Welcome back, Snuggle Squad, to another video. I'm joined here with...
The sick, the devilishly handsome, your Knight and Protector Sain.
What a loser. Oh, I'm sorry. I just got caught in 4K.
You killed me with that.
No. So, we're going to be going over the rules for our Versus series here, as well as spinning the wheel today. The rules are on screen now. We're going to... one type only. By and large, you'll get all the encounters for that type. We'll touch on specifics if we have to. Level cap, normal, ace of the next gym leader. No higher than that. If a Pokemon faints, instead, right, hardcore Nuzlocke things, something we forgot to add here. We'll be playing on set mode. That's really important because that's probably the thing, honestly, that's the hardest part of the game. Because just being able to switch out and maintain momentum is broken. Species clause, that's obvious. And then if you white out, we'll add... are you about to add this with text?
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, the protection quality around here is just phenomenal. Yeah, and if you white out, there's a time penalty there. We'll talk about that more as we go. For the first 4 badges, it's going to be 5 minutes. And then after the 4th badge, it'll be 10 minutes. Because we're going to be playing this live at the same time next to each other. That's the only real way to make it balanced. Because otherwise, if we get bad types... every type has a wall of the bad types. And if you lose to your wall, then you have to restart all the way, and it's not fair if your wall is Blaine versus if my wall is Misty. So,
yeah, it's a big time gym. So we're thinking.
So also on that, go to the types. Sain put a lot of work in this week because he's a nerd and revamped the whole thing. So go ahead and explain that.
I have my camera inverted the wrong way. I was trying to gesture to the type list and I was going the wrong way. Anyways,
this is right.
So
fix it in post if it's not.
Or whatever. So anyways, I looked through all of the encounters we're looking at for Fire Red, Leaf Green, all of the major boss fights, which I consider just gym leaders, Leaf 4 members, Giovanni too, but he's not that big of a deal, so.
Sometimes.
Everything like that, and all of the encounters you get for Pokemon, how many encounters you get, how early you get them, how late you get them, all the different things they can do. I made a huge box list on Showdown, looking at all the movesets and stuff, and determined their strength. A lot of work.
A lot of work into this.
I know life.
My man was texting me at 2:30 a.m. like, "Hey, I think Bug is actually gonna be really good because of this," and I'm like, "Dude, I'm asleep."
Hey man, Parasect is actually kind of fast, if you want it to be. So, anyways, I went ahead and together we kind of balanced this out to make sure that when we spin the wheel and we get our types, we don't have some crazy imbalance of water type, which has exactly 16 encounters. I think 15 you're allowed to use throughout the game, because 2 are at the same time, and I can touch on that in a second, versus, me getting grass, which I have literally only 6 Pokemon, and if something faints on a team like grass, when I just have 6 Pokemon, I'm then running the game with not a full team. So we try to balance that out based on everything. So the S tier, water, flying, normal. They all have 16 to 14 encounters you get throughout the entire game. Water comes a little bit later, but you have so much coverage between all these types. Really, really, really set up. You're gonna have an easy time getting through the game, which is this. The A tier, which is a little bit less encounters, but they're also really good coverage, and no real hard walls or decent ways to get through everything that could be challenging in the game. Which is Psychic, which has 7 encounters, but just a lot of really good Pokemon. Poison, which I just did, and I'm also not going to be picking the Poison type for this challenge just because I just did it. I didn't record it, sadly, but I did just do it, so I'm going to forgo that. Which has 11 and a lot of built-in coverage. And then Ground, which we can go ahead and throw the rock on the Ground type to make it kind of balance out with the other types above it, which will have 12 in total. 8 just Ground types, not including the extra rock types you get thrown on. And the B tier types is Rock, Electric, Fighting, Ice, Bug, Fire. All of these types have... Fire has 7 encounters. The rest have either 6, and Ice, Fighting both have only 5. And they all... Yes.
What are the 5 on Ice? Jinx, Lapras...
Dugong, Cloyster. And Articuno.
So 4. Oh, Articuno, that's right.
Yeah. We are allowing legendaries just to make things balanced, because if Ice and Electric didn't have their flying birds, they'd be so much worse.
Yeah.
Moltres and Charizard are kind of the same thing, so that doesn't change much, but we're going to allow legendaries for that. And all of these types down here have some very big hurdle in the game, whether it's a Gym Leader Elite Four or even the rival fights early on, have big hurdles they gotta overcome, and so that's why they're here, and that will give a lot of challenge. For example, Electric's gonna have a tough time with Brock at first and Giovanni later. Fighting type is gonna struggle against Sabrina. Ice, Bug, Grass are all going to have a very interesting time against Blaine. Ice also will have a weird time against Surge because it's mostly water types. And Fire is going to have a very interesting time against Misty. And Rock, also Misty, plus Erica. So yeah, all these types have very big walls ahead of them, or hard walls. And the rest of the types, Steel, Dragon, Ghost, Dark, not enough of them, and Fairy doesn't exist. We will also be playing with modded ROMs, so we are going to be changing starters to match whatever type we have so that we can get all of the encounters, and also add in encounters that are version exclusives. For example, if I get the bug type, I'll be playing, let's say, Fire Red, but I'll change my starter to Pincer. That way I can get all the bug types in my encounter, or in my run. And we also are running with a setting that changes impossible evolutions, so things like trait evolutions are now possible in level up, and it goes by Gen 3, which allows Pokemon like Steelix, Umbreon, Kingdra, Crobat, some Pokemon which we're going to allow. I mean, obviously we're not getting like Umbreon because he's not there, but those Pokemon will be showing up in the run, so if you're confused by that, it is just part of the ROMs that we are editing and using so that we can get things like Alakazam and Machamp when we get Psychic and Fighting respectively.
Also, like, an example of a starter we would change, like for Rock and Electric, we would add in Omanite and Voltorb respectively, because it's basically the only way to beat some of the early walls. Well, reliably beat them.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have Omanite for Misty, you are just boned.
There's literally nothing. There's literally nothing you can do.
Omanite is the only rock type that will take neutral hits and has bite, so it's super effective against Starmie, so you stand a chance. Not a good chance, but a chance.
Yeah. And we're always going to make sure that when we change the starters, we're going to make it so that your rival will... So when you grab your starter, let's say Omanite, your rival will then grab Venusaur to have the best type matchup against you and make the challenge as hard as possible. So for Bug, your rival is always going to have Charizard and such, which will add some challenge to the game.
Right.
All right. As for the wheel spinning, we are going to have Snug spin his wheel first. Or I guess I'm going to spin for him. He's going to pick his type.
For me, because I'm lazy.
And then I'm going to spin my type
based on the first
type he gets. And here's how we're going to do things. If he gets something in the S tier, then I will spin for any of the types in the S tier, the A tier, and I'll throw a rock on the ground. If he gets something in the B tier, we'll throw a rock in B, and I will spin to get something in the B tier. If he gets something in the A tier, then I will spin for something in the A tier. I will also, again, not be taking poison, just because I just did it.
The other A tier type.
And I might also spin for B tier, depending on how I feel. If he gets Psychic,
really,
maybe
just
not.
Flexing here, saying that he's so confident he's just gonna thrash me.
Okay, I have to show this for a second. Let's just like
okay,
look at all this. Look at all this.
Yeah, we get it. You put
stuff I just put together.
More time in prep than the run's gonna take. We get it.
All right. Are you ready to be stuck with
let's get it.
fast Parasect Spore user?
I will sack Parasect if I get Bug.
How dare you?
I'll 100%.
Your fate is in the hands.
Oh man!
Of the fire type, 7 encounters.
Misty, no!
Charizard. Good luck with Misty. Alright, now we go to my wheel. Let's come back here. So you got Fire, which is in the B tier type, which means I am going to spin for all of these types, minus Fire, because I don't want to use the same type as him. For, interest.
Chat,
so let's come over to my wheel.
Please tell me how to beat Misty.
Good luck, dude.
How the hell do I beat Misty?
That was one of the ones I couldn't figure out.
You're full of it. There's no way that was the one you couldn't figure out.
No, I figured it out. I'll tell you later.
Yeah. We'll be posting videos after this of
Rock,
our type breakdown.
Grass, Fighting, Electric, Ice, and Bug.
I want you to get Fighting, I think. Oh, no. Electric is strong.
All right, Snug. I just want to extend my hand out and say GG's because I got this. It's over. Shake my hand. Shake my hand. Shake my hand. Fire and electric. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun.
It's gonna be hard.
Is it gonna be hard? They're gonna be fun.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Tune in to watch my impending doom. And if you like to cheer for an underdog, I'll see you in the comments. I guess.
If you guys want to see my Raichu smoke his booty, stay tuned to the channel. I'll be sharing all of the videos on my community post. All of this credit is going to Snuggle. He's putting in a lot of work with his crew and everything like that. So tune us to the channel. Subscribe to him if you haven't. Subscribe to me if you haven't. Stay tuned, guys. We'll see you soon.